Infinities End Box Set, Volume 3, Books 7 through 9, Broken Links, Memory's Blade, and Infinity's End. Written by Eric Warren, narrated by Larry Gorman. Broken Links, Infinity's End, Book 7, by Eric Warren. Narrated by Larry Gorman. Prologue.
I'm hearing disturbing reports, Admiral.
Fleet Admiral Arden Dix glanced up, just as the lanky form of Zir Fax strode into his office, as if it were her own, taking a seat without invitation, and staring at him with her 6 bulbous, speckled eyes. Because she ran the Coalition's media division, he was used to her brashness. But the way she could command the attention of a room just by walking into it never surprised him. Dix returned his attention to the latest report scrolling across his screen. Sure, they were the very same report she was speaking of. "Pleasure to see you as always, Zir. How's the family?" She clicked her small tongue in what he'd come to understand a form of amusement by the Yaxinax. She folded 2 of her arms across her chest, while the other 2 brushed errant particles of dirt off her long skirt.
Very funny. Less than an hour before the biggest story of the season is about to run, and I received notice it's been pulled due to executive order. Care to tell me why?
A grin pulled at the edge of Dix's mouth. "I don't owe you an explanation, or anyone else for that matter. You are not to run any stories on the reported loss of the USCS Tempest, and that's the end of it." She made the imitation of a chuckle, but it died in her throat.
I don't think you understand. That ship and her mission has become the stuff of legend. People have built their lives around our news releases. There are fan groups, meetups, conferences, conspiracy theories, all of it. At the head, me and my team feeding the public a well-crafted and carefully moderated set of facts every single day, to give them something to feast upon. Do you know what's going to happen when we run the dailies without mentioning the ship?
Let me guess. Dix turned his eyes to her again. Pandemonium.
Now you're just being an ass.
Zir uncrossed her arms and leaned forward.
Ever since that ship left Coalition space for parts unknown, it has become a staple of the public consciousness. People have the right to know what's going on.
She smiled, correcting herself.
At least they have a right to know what we tell them is going on.
Dix exhaled, staring at the woman who had been head of the Coalition-sponsored news outlets for the past 15 years.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?